Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different.
So today we're going to talk about putting our dry food in MYLAR bags. We've got rice and pinto beans. There's some black beans here. So we're just going to go ahead and start bagging and then talk about it along the way. Tiffany asked a great question. Why would you want to use MYLAR bags to store your food? Well, in case of a natural disaster, or maybe you just you lost your job or something and you don't have enough food in the cabinets. Well, you've got plenty stored away. Then you've got that for backup, for reserves. I mean, rice and beans are fairly inexpensive. Actually, they are inexpensive, and it's easy to get. And of course, we've got other things. We've got sugar, chickpeas, salt, and pepper, and pasta. What else? Dehydrated vegetables, dehydrated fruits, dry non-fat milk. That's something else that you can MYLAR.
But in a pinch, rice and beans will feed your family just fine.
And these bags that this stuff is in is great for bringing it home from the store. Mm-hmm. But they are susceptible to pests and bugs and mice.
Right.
So they can chew through this. Our cats have chewed through
Yes.
a couple of bags.
Something like this will keep for a while, a good while even, if you have it stored properly, but it still will not keep as long as something in a MYLAR bag.
In canning food, in preserving food, this is part of homesteading.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the cow.
Yeah.
It's not just about the garden. It's much more than that.
The reason why we're homesteading is so that we can be more sustainable, more self-sufficient, not have to rely on, going out to the grocery store constantly and picking things up, being prepared in case there is an emergency. So preparing even already packaged food like this is just as much a part of that desire to be self-sufficient as the animal and garden aspect of it. So let's get to it and quickly show you how we do this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to measure out 4 pounds of beans or rice or whatever it is that we're putting in the bag. Measure out 4 pounds, and then we're going to pour it into the bag. Add 2 of these oxygen absorbers, and then we're going to seal it with a hair straightener. It's pretty straightforward. You just run it across the top. Usually you can notice a difference in 2-3 hours as far as it compressing and the oxygen being absorbed. So these oxygen absorbers, they have a lifespan of like 15 to 20 minutes. So you've either got to use them up quick or put them in a jar like this so that they'll seal and they won't lose their potency. So what I've got here is I've got 4 pounds, and then what it is, pinto beans, any beans really, will last 25 plus years, and then the month and year that it was bagged. Zeroed in.
Yep, there you go.
Is that it?
Yep, that's 4 pounds.
Okay. side to side. Can you hold the bag like this? So I'm going to take 2 of these, they're 300 cc's, 2 of these, stick those in there, and then we're going to heat up this hair straightener. And it really doesn't matter what kind of hair straightener you use. You could probably use a curling iron. I don't know, I've never tried. Tiffany's hair is naturally curly, so she doesn't need a curling iron. I think it's hot enough that we could go ahead and bag this first batch. And so what you want to do is you want to try to squeeze as much air out of it as you can, and then bring it back to you, and then just run it across the top. And be careful not to touch the mylar at the top that you just sealed, because it is hot. And then usually what I'll do is I'll just lay it out, try to flatten it out as much as I can, and then that will compress down and be like a firm package. So we'll put that off to the side and go on to the next one. Once you get the food bagged, sealed, it's all packed down, you want somewhere to put it. Really, you can store it anywhere, you can bury it. When you're doing these bags, you want to put these in like a food grade 5-gallon bucket that has a rubber seal. And then usually what I'll do is I'll write on the 5-gallon bucket what it is or what's in there, because it might be an assortment of things. That way I'll know when I pull it out, okay, this is what this is. So now we've got the pinto beans done, we're going to go ahead and start working on the rice. Go ahead and start with the long grain rice. Now this can actually, depending on how well you bag it, it can last anywhere from 10 to 30 plus years. And we'll make sure to put down a list down below of the foods that you can mylar and how long they'll last in mylar. It might seem like it's got a lot of air in it at the time, but those O2 absorbers will really suck that in. So if you get a little bit of air in there, don't worry about it. It'll all come out. And we've got the long grain rice and the pinto beans bagged. We'll have more bagged later, and then we'll put them in our 5-gallon buckets and then put them away. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
So that it's easier to transport.
Spit on my head. March 2020. What it is? 2020.